council meeting to order. The invocation will be led by Vice Mayor Wilson and the pledge by Councilmember Evans.
Heavenly Father, we are gathered together this evening to perform city business. We again ask for your oversight as we continue to keep our community a great place that we all enjoy and want to continue. We also want to ask for your protective hand for all our firefighters as they continue dealing with wildfires located in our state or surrounding states. We also ask for moisture to help decrease this future problems. Finally, we ask for your protective hand for all our first responders as they not only respond to our needs, but also face potential virus exposures. Keep them all safe and healthy. And for the first responders that have been exposed and dealing with this virus, help them regain their health and return to their duties as soon as possible. We extend this to our military members and their families wherever they are serving throughout the world. In the Lord's name, amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mayor Surtee,
Here.
Vice Mayor Wilson,
Here.
Councilmember Barker. Here. Councilmember Evans. Here. Councilmember Rizzi.
Present.
Councilmember Schroeder.
Here.
Councilmember Schroeder. Strupel. I'll get there.
Schroeder Struble. I've never been called that one before. Here.
You have a quorum, Your Honor.
Would anyone like to make a motion on the consent agenda?
Your Honor. I move that the consent agenda be accepted as presented and the minutes of the regular meeting of July 7th and the special meeting of July 14th be approved, and that staff be authorized to purchase vehicles for police, parks and recreation, and the Public Works Department, consisting of 4 Ford F-150 Super Crew trucks, 3 Ford Pursuit Explorers, 1 Ford Edge, 1 Ford F-250 truck, 1 Ford Explorer through the cooperative contract with the state of Arizona in the amount of $444,411, with accessories included in that cost, and a Gannon tractor utilizing the cooperative contract with Sourcewell in the amount of $106,000, and 2 Ford F-350 trucks through the cooperative contract with the state of Arizona in the amount of $90,000 with accessories not to exceed $15,000, and adoption of resolution number 20-25 authorizing the city to submit fiscal year 2020 state housing fund application, and resolution number 2026 committing local funds as matching funds be approved.
Second.
I had Vice Mayor Wilson with a second. Roll call.
Councilmember Schroeder.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Wilson.
Yes.
Councilmember Barker.
Yes.
Councilmember Evans.
Yes.
Councilmember Rizzi.
Yes.
Councilmember Struble.
Yes.
Mayor Surtee.
Yes.
Unanimous, Your Honor.
I have one proclamation tonight. This is for Child Support Awareness Month. Whereas the city of Apache Junction joins the nation in recognizing August as Child Support Awareness Month and reaffirms its commitment to strengthening Arizona's family by providing child support services to improve the economic stability and well-being of children. And whereas a child who receives emotional and financial support is more likely to feel safe and secure and better equipped with the courage to be their very best in life. And whereas the Department of Economic Security Division of Child Support Services is robustly committed to putting Arizona's children first and to humbly serving Arizonans with excellence, respect, integrity, and kindness, as well as being an overall champion for economic growth and opportunity. Whereas DCSS is a strong advocate for shared parenting responsibilities because parents and children benefit when both parents are engaged with their child at every stage, regardless of marital status. And whereas strengthening individuals and families with an emphasis on fiscal responsibilities promotes the safety and well-being of children, provides stability, improves the lives of children, and provides opportunities for families to be able to enhance their children's future. And whereas Child Support Awareness Month salutes and the diligent working parents who spend time with their child and who make regular child support payments to safeguard their children's future. Now therefore I, Jeff Surtee, Mayor of the City of Apache Junction, Arizona, do hereby proclaim the month of August 2020 as Child Support Awareness Month. Is Justine here? And if you like, you can go to the podium and say some words.
Child Support Awareness Month is an initiative federally recognized. Our goal is to make parents more aware and knowledgeable on how child support is beneficial to families. Proclamations show Arizona's strong foundation in advocating for children and families. The Division of Child Support Services would like to thank you for your participation in the issuance of the proclamation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we have any announcements or current events? We'll start with Councilmember Struble.
I'm getting called all kinds of names today.
Yeah.
So I don't have really anything to happen, but I guess we're gonna have a picture put up for me. This is something I bought this weekend.
Oh, jeez.
So that I could put it for artwork sometime in the future. Just wanted to put that out there for y'all to look at.
Councilmember Evans.
That is just the ugliest symbol, business symbol I think I've ever seen.
We called him Rupert.
No, I don't have anything. Thank you.
Chip Wilson.
No, I don't have anything.
Robert Schroeder.
I can't top the hippopotamus.
I just want to say that I have a matching armadillo at home that's made out of the same stuff, so they could get together.
That's
We
what,
could
yeah.
have play dates.
There you go.
Didn't soldiers hide in one of those and they wheeled it through a gate and then they came out and unlocked the gate? Okay, I have a few. We received a little bit of bad news, but not really bad news, just another delay on the auction of the state land. It's going to happen in October now. I know a lot of people are waiting for that to happen, but it is going to happen. And a reminder to brick and mortar businesses to now's the time to start applying for your CARES money. We're going to try to stop by every business that we can, right? And if not, if you feel you're overlooked, make sure you contact who? Bryant, will you address that in your city manager's report? And this morning we had the Phoenix Mesa Gateway Airport meeting. A lot of times those are very, very boring, but today they rolled out a plan of what the airport grounds and property will look like at build out. And everybody's always wondered, how can we use that airport? What's it going to look like? So in the next few weeks or months, we'll be presenting that to show all the amazing potential that airport has for the area and how lucky we are to be right on the edge of it, especially with what I just mentioned about that auction coming up. It's all going to go hand in hand. So Apache Junction is going to be a real happening place in the next few years. City manager's report.
Mr. Mayor, real quick, Councilmember Rizzi is also on the line. I didn't know if she had any announcements.
No good news, Mr. Mayor.
It's the first day of school today, though.
Yep.
A lot of people were asking, and we have a lot of law enforcement here, does that mean the school zones, is it still down to school 15 miles an hour? Can you go at regular speed through there now, since it's virtual school? So, city manager's report.
Virtual speed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Bryant Powell, City Manager. And a few items from my report tonight. We are off and running on the Apache Junction Small Business and Nonprofit Assistance Grant Program that council approved last Tuesday night. It launched this morning, 7 a.m. Hard copies and applications are available at Economic Development Front Desk, as well as the city clerk office, as folks can come and pick them up in person. Notification through a press release, as well as social media channels, has been out, and emails have gone out to the business community. And we are also sharing through the Chamber of Commerce. Janine and Alon are also going door to door with a flyer and knocking on doors and saying, hey, this is available, here's the program, and offering their time and their services as well. So the question, Mayor, who to contact, it's Alon and Janine, and we also have it on our front page or the front side of our website, and you can see a link there. There's a couple places on the front page where folks can get the information. We've been logging calls today, and it's been a pretty exciting day. We've already had 43 downloads of the application, and so far we've received 6 business applications, and 2 nonprofits have applied for the funding. The reminder that the program application period will be open for 5 weeks, closing on August 25th, or until the funding is exhausted. We encourage everyone to help spread the word. And I'll just reaffirm that Janine and Alon are our 2 main contact persons for any questions that you may have. Tonight, I'd also like to highlight a couple neat things going on in Public Works. As we prepare for the monsoon season, this is a great opportunity to remind everyone in our community to be prepared, as it can be a very dangerous and hazardous situation. 2nd Avenue and Tomahawk, we've been doing the streets team has been doing some great drainage work there, as well as the drainage work, and we have a video we're going to show of what the team has done over at Delaware. Our engineering staff has been very busy in working with ADOT to provide the improvements over at Southern. They're almost done in between Ironwood and Delaware. And just recently, Winchester was completed with bike lanes, and it looks super neat. Be a great chance to skateboard if you can, super smooth. If you're that courageous, Winchester from Southern up to 16th. Our fleet team in Public Works is just doing so great. We appreciate the consent agenda to get these fleet vehicles. For many of our staff who are out working day to day, the vehicle is their office. And to be able to keep those rolling and keep those safe is a huge investment, but it's also something that we want to be careful of not falling behind on, and we did a few years back. And then I want to give kudos out to our facilities team, Keith and his team, for all the great work and keeping us going in this hot temperature. So, Matt, if you'll hit play, we'll do a little video here of the improvements over at the drainage improvements over at Delaware. Okay, it's a good opportunity. We forget, because sometimes we go 9 months without any rain, of the power of water and how much it can devastate property. So we encourage everyone in our community to be prepared. We believe that we're starting the monsoon season in earnest here this week, and we want everyone to be safe and well. That concludes my report, Your Honor, and that's it. Any questions?
Okay. Consideration of application for a Series 9 liquor store owner transfer liquor license for Apache Mini Mart located at 2925 West Superstition. We're all learning what these different numbers mean lately because of the news. Jennifer.
Thank you, Your Honor. So before you is a owner transfer for a Series 9 liquor store license. This is one of those quota licenses. You may have noticed that the application was received in our office back in April, but upon review of the application, there were several items that needed to be addressed and corrected. Communications did occur between the applicant and the Department of Liquor. We did finally receive an amended application in June, at the end of June. The premise was posted according to statute for the public hearing. The departments were then contacted for their that conduct building and safety inspections. Their reports are included in your agenda tonight. All of them are recommending approval as the reports came back satisfactory. There are a few things that the applicants still need to do. One is a Title IV basic management training that the Department of Liquor conducts. Either Mr. Sine or Mr. Gill will have to complete that before the state will issue their license. There's also been some partner changes, but that does not affect this application at this time. They will amend that with the Department of Liquor License and Control. The applicants did contact our office and said that they would not be present this evening for any questions.
Is there any discussion? So the applicant is not here. This is a public hearing. Would anyone like to speak on this item? Hearing and seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. And if there's no more discussion, ask for a motion.
Your Honor, I move that the application for a Series 9 liquor store license, owner transfer, liquor license application for Apache Mini Mart be recommended for approval to the Department of Liquor Licenses and Control.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Rizzi,
Yes.
Councilmember Evans,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Wilson,
Yes.
Councilmember Barker,
Yes.
Councilmember Struble,
Yes.
Councilmember Schroeder,
Yes.
Mayor Surtee.
Yes.
Unanimous, Your Honor, motion passes.
Okay, bingo. Consideration of an application for a second Class A bingo license for recreational and social purposes for Rock Shadows RV Resort. Jennifer?
So, Rock Shadows already holds a Class A bingo license. It has a limit of $15,600 for an annual gross income. They are applying for the second one because usually by the end of the year they exceed that amount. This is allowed by the Department of Revenue. Qualifying conditions are that the members be different from the Class A first license and then those on the second. So those that collect the money or issue the cards or call the numbers, those members have to be separate. If they exceed the dollar amount during a bingo game, they'll finish that game, and then at the next game that they hold, the new license falls into play. And this way, they still maintain requirements of being valid with licenses. The departments that conduct building and safety inspections have all reported back. They have no issues with the recommending approval of the application. The planning department did address the games that are for residents only. There should be no signage out on the streets asking people to come in and play. It is strictly for social, and it is strictly for the park. The applicant is here this evening to address any comments, and she may wish to speak.
Would the applicant like to speak?
No, everything's fine.
Okay. Any discussion among council? Okay, this is a public hearing. Would anyone like to speak on this item? Hearing and seeing none, I'll close the public hearing and ask for a motion.
Your Honor, I move that the application for a second Class A bingo license for recreational and social purposes for Rock Shadows RV Resort be recommended for approval to the Department of Revenue for final action.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Evans,
Yes.
Councilmember Rizzi,
Yes.
Councilmember Struble,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Wilson,
Yes.
Councilmember Barker,
Yes.
Councilmember Schroeder,
Yes.
Mayor Surtee.
Yes.
Unanimous, Your Honor.
Selection of meeting dates, times, locations, and purposes.
Your Honor, I
Yes.
move that an executive session at 6 PM and a work session at 7 PM for Monday, August 3rd, 2020, and an executive session at 6 PM and a work session at 7 PM for Tuesday, August 4th, 2020, be held in the City Council Conference Room and City Council Chambers located at 300 East Superstition Boulevard, Apache Junction, Arizona, respectively, and other meetings if necessary.
Second.
Roll call.
Vice Mayor Wilson,
Yes.
Councilmember Barker,
Yes.
Councilmember Rizzi,
Yes.
Councilmember Schroeder,
Yes.
Councilmember Struble,
Yes.
Councilmember Evans,
Yes.
Mayor Surtee.
Yes.
Unanimous, Your Honor.
This is the time for the public to express requests, communications, comments, and suggestions. Each speaker must have already filled out a request to speak form and handed it to the city clerk before the end of the city manager's report. All issues shall be presented in a professional manner without personal attacks under the open meeting law. The council cannot engage in discussion on the issues presented, but may respond to criticism and may direct staff to follow up with the speaker directly and/or place the matter on a future agenda for council discussion. There's a 3-minute time limit for each, and the first one I have is Darrell Cross. Darrell is Bigfoot's real name. I don't know if you know that.
Now how did I fall out? Darrell Cross, 1018 North Acacia Road, Apache Junction, Arizona. As we know, Governor Ducey cracked down on a lot of businesses recently, extending or implementing further restrictions for keeping their business open. Several of our businesses here in Apache Junction have been shut down recently from the liquor board. My understanding is if you primarily serve alcohol at your establishment, then you had to shut down. But if your primary form of business was serving food and alcohol was secondary, that you weren't supposed to be affected by this crackdown or shutdown. My understanding is that the state liquor board came through late last week and shut down several restaurants / bars, and several of them have Class 6 licenses, and they should not have been shut down because they can prove through the receipts that they primarily serve food and that their alcohol business is secondary. The actions that are being taken are being done both arbitrarily and capriciously by an unelected official. That official is basically creating his own law and dictating how he goes and shuts down in each and every individual restaurant by what he sees when he walks in the door and doesn't actually go through and review what the business actually does. So I'm asking that the city take an official stance against these actions, that they contact the Attorney General's office, the liquor board, and Governor Ducey and ask them to review this information and reverse the actions that they have recently taken here in Apache Junction. These are our small businesses. We're already struggling tremendously, and they don't need to have this extra struggle to have to deal with right now. So, thank you.
Thank you. Braden Biggs.
Good evening, Council. Braden Biggs, 2492 West Cactus Run. I, too, am here speaking on behalf of those closed businesses. On Thursday, August the 16th, the State Liquor Board did a raid on the city and shut down at least 4 businesses, all with Series 6 or Series 7 licenses under the auspices of the Governor's Executive Order 2020-43. However, per Governor Ducey's order, the language states bars, meaning an entity who holds a Series 6 or 7 liquor license from the Department of Liquor Licenses and Control, and whose primary purpose is the sale of dispensing alcoholic beverages. One business in particular, the Hitching Post, has been closed since Thursday. It does not state in the executive order operating hours, dance floor versus no dance floor, stage versus no stage, etc. According to the liquor board, these are the reasons why they were closed. On Monday, I went down to Phoenix and visited with the Liquor Control Board with the owners to hear from the horse's mouth directly. More than 50% of the Hitching Post monthly sales are food-related. This has been reviewed and accepted by the Liquor Board as well, but the business still remains closed. Upon further investigation of this, it has been determined that the Liquor Board, its appointed director, and staff is acting on their own purview, creating and enforcing their own legislation as they see fit, and not within the purview of the governor or his executive order. This is currently harming our Apache Junction businesses and our community. While I am using the Hitching Post as an example, I'm not here on behalf of them. There are 4, if not 5 businesses closed. For every day the Hitching Post is closed, they're losing $3,600 a day in sales, and the city is losing revenue through sales tax. I am sure the other businesses in town are losing the same, if not close to that, and again, the city is losing more money. At this time, I too am calling on the council and the staff to file a letter with the Liquor Board, the Attorney General's office, and the Governor's office, uniting as a business community, demanding they allow our businesses to reopen and enforce the true law of the land, the Governor's executive order, and I am happy to stay afterwards and discuss this with anybody. Thank you.
Representative Kelly Townsend.
Good evening, Mayor and council members and staff. Thank you. I'm a resident of Apache Junction, and I wanted to come before you this evening and share my support of you and of the business owners here and the residents in Apache Junction in relation to what is happening with the Liquor Board, with the director, John Coca, coming into the city and shutting down several establishments. I was going to talk about what the good gentlemen have said before me, so I won't repeat them, but I will say that in the email exchanges I've had with the director, and I asked the difference between the Hitching Post and the Handlebar, the answers I got back as to the justification of shutting down some businesses and not the other were outside of the executive order. So that's the problem, and I have been asking with the Attorney General's office, I've been asking Legislative Council, what authority does an unelected bureaucrat have to embellish an executive order and impact the operations of your businesses in this town? And by the way, they also today shut down all the restaurants in Tombstone. So it's not just Apache Junction, now it's Tombstone. Tombstone's gonna have an awful hard time surviving when they have no income for tourism. Be that as it may, I wanna encourage all of you to bind together League of Cities and Towns and whatnot and come to the Attorney General's office and to the board and to the governor's office and say, you cannot legislate from your desk in your office in an agency. That's my job. That's your job. This is extra executive order. It should not be that way. And we should not sit back and accept it because of a virus. We've been doing this for 4 months now, plus an extra couple of months before that. And at first we were all, do I have like a few?
Yes.
Can I say one more minute?
Yeah, it'll turn red.
Okay. We've been doing this now for several months. At first, we were very nervous about it. We wanted to comply with everything. But as time has come by, we have seen that in our hands-off approach, government has gone sideways. We don't have 3 branches of government. We don't have representation. I can't go down there and represent you and take care of this issue as a legislator because we're not in session. So what I'm asking all of you is we really need to focus on the rule of law and be very determined and insist that we stick to the executive order because the damages happening to these businesses are incalculable. So I stand with you, and I think that together we should be communicating to the governor, to the attorney general, to the media, that this is our city and these things should not be happening. Thank you.
Thank you. Brian Solar.
Honorable Mayor, Council, I'm here to support the Apache Junction Police Department I'd like to thank the chief and the brave men and women of the Apache Junction Police Department that get up and go to work every day not knowing if they're going to make it home at the end of the night or what the day holds. On top of that, now they have to combat the COVID-19 virus, going out there every day, protecting our citizens and serving our citizens, not knowing if they're going to get this virus and bring this virus home to their families. On top of that, with the anti-police rhetoric going across the country right now, it's a very stressful time for police. And I'm here to ask you to back our police officers and let's show them a little support. I know there's a 2.5% pay increase for them that you're going to be discussing. I am here in support of that, and I'm asking you to support that pay raise for them. Now more than ever, they need your support, and that little extra pay will help them in their lives too, because they've been through a lot. I know I am a police officer for the city of Mesa. I'm a lieutenant. It is a hard job going out there right now each and every day. I'm here to support the men and women, the brave men and women, and the chief, and I'm in support of the 2.5% pay increase for them that you guys are discussing. Thank you for your time.
Can we just get your address?
220 East 13th Avenue.
Okay, thank you. Does anyone like to respond? I have a couple. One I want to say is that during it was the liquor board, not our PD, that did the raids on the businesses. So I commend our PD for staying out of that. And also, Matt, I think you're a liaison to the League of Cities. Can you see what their position is, and can we sign on to something to try to, even though the order is supposed to expire on the 27th, it would still be nice if they don't let it expire, that we could, get some,
Resolution.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll take a look at what the league's position is.
Yeah, and also I, for one, agree with Mr. Solar. Our PD does have a terrible job, and they've worked right through this whole COVID thing, and they're all to be commended on that. So, with that, we'll be adjourned.